Well, St Andrews is the venue for the highly anticipated 134th Birmingham Senior Challenge Cup final, and Leamington will be determined to claim their second Birmingham Senior Cup in 3 years. Meanwhile, Nuneaton are striving for some end-of-season silverware to compensate for their relegation down to Step 3 football. Leamington come into the occasion off the back of the best season since the club's resurrection in the year 2000. The Breaks finished in 13th place with 54 points in the National League North, and manager Paul Holleran will be desperate to round off their impressive season with a piece of silverware here this evening. Already overcoming sides such as Sutton Coldfield, West Brom and Aston Villa in previous rounds will give Leamington lots of confidence as they take to the St Andrews turf. Colby Bishop bagged a hat-trick when these two sides met 10 days ago on Bank Holiday Monday in the league, and Leamington's top goal scorer will be looking to add to his season tally of 27 goals before the evening is out. Leamington veteran Joe Magunda makes his first appearance on the team sheet since the 13th of October, and Anthony Dwyer was also named among the substitute upon his return from Barwell. Nuneaton's off-field problems throughout the season doomed them to relegation very early on in the campaign. But manager Jimmy Ginley will see the occasion as an opportunity to put a positive spin on an otherwise despairing season. The Borough will see tonight as a chance of redemption as they travel to their 16th Birmingham Senior Cup final, hoping to lift the prize for a 10th time. On one of the biggest stages that Birmingham has to offer in front of hundreds of travelling supporters, it's a showdown between these two Warwickshire rivals to see who will claim the Birmingham Senior Cup 2019. Flanagan then will float this into the penalty area. Bishop is attacking it. Bishop gets his head to it. Just too high there from Colby Bishop. Couldn't quite get the contact he wanted. Belford launches upfield towards Barlow. Mace rising highest. Ricochets off Callum Gittins. Has fallen kindly for Ryan Anderson. Brings it down well. Flashes across the penalty area. No one gambling. And English in a battle with Taylor Allen that he wins. Breeden hooks upfield. Bishop just waiting for it to drop. Here's Flanagan, picks up the pieces. Gittins then turns away from the challenge. Shoots his left foot. Inches over the crossbar by Callum Gittins. Inspired effort though by the Leamington midfielder. Flanagan then will look to whip this corner in from the left-hand side. The bodies are up. James Mace, Jack Lane. Flanagan with his left hand raised. In it comes. Floats towards the back post. Lane heads back across. Bishop looking to peel off. Obain keeps it alive. Bishop is there. English is there. Point blank save by Cameron Belford. Just didn't seem to come down for either Leamington player. Taylor will go for the spectacular. Way off target in the end, but Leamington edging closer and closer to taking the lead in this cup final. Barlow flicks on towards the advancing Caton. Here's Edmonds, promising from the Nuneaton. Whip balls to the back post. Allen is waiting, but Breeden is level to come out and claim. Bishop wins the flick on. Taylor will give chase. Callum Gittins arriving. First time ever from Callum Gittins. Straight down the throat of Cameron Belford. But once again, Callum Gittins in amongst the action. So a very frustrating half for Leamington as the ball is played into their penalty area. James Mace gets enough on it to head away, and Flanagan completes the clearance only as far as Taylor Allen. Left-hand side, faced by Junior English. It's a cute ball back towards the winger. Good skill by him. Pulls it back. Barlow can't apply the finishing touch for Nuneaton. A piece of inspiration there from Taylor Allen. Fantastic footwork from the winger just to fashion the cross. Pulled it back, but Luke Barlow fluffed his lines completely. Mistake by Tony Breeden. Taylor Allen could be in here. End of the first half is a vital challenge from Jamie Hood to spare the blushes of his goalkeeper. And Nuneaton get us underway for the second half of the Birmingham Senior Cup Final 2019. after what was, well, it has to be said, quite a lacklustre first half from both sides. Nuneaton having possibly the best opportunity of the game, as Barlow saw it's a cross in. Taylor Allen was there immediately at the start of the second half. Nuneaton once again threatening down that right hand side. It was Taylor Allen this time with the header in the middle. Jamie Hood now. James Mace. Leamington just starting the second half as they began the first. Seeing plenty of the ball. Joe Clark just needs that killer ball at the moment, do Leamington. Taylor, Clark, all well and good them keeping possession, but it's what they do with it that matters. Here's English. Maybe this is the moment for them. It's English's cross. Colby Bishop! It had to be him! Colby Bishop, Leamington's top goal scorer, records his 28th goal of the season and gives Leamington the lead in the cup final. Well, it was a patient build-up by Leamington. Eventually the ball came to Junior English. He had plenty of time to measure the cross, and when it came in, it was put on a plate for Bishop, who just side-footed past the helpless Cameron Belford. And the striker, who is in the form of his life, punishes Nuneaton. In the cup final, it's Leamington 1, Nuneaton Borough 0. Leamington strike first. Here's Flanagan then. First corner of the second half. Can Leamington double their lead immediately? In it comes. Mace was attacking. Nuneaton managed to get it cleared. Taylor looks immediately towards Flanagan, but Kelly Adams gets there first. It's 3-on-2. Nuneaton. Here's Taylor Allen now. Can he sort his feet out? On his left foot. Strikes low. Straight down the throat of Tony Breeden. And he just signals to his defenders to calm down. Here's Sharp. Sends it long towards Barlow. Barlow wins the flick on. Edmonds is in here. And Breeden with a vital save. And Hood able to just dawdle it off the line calmly. But Edmonds, in so much space in the Leamington penalty area, seemed to find a huge gap in between the two centre-backs. Had so much time, more so than he thought, I think. But at the other end, Catherine Gittins is in here. Gittins looked to square to Ahmed Obeng, but it's a vital challenge from Louis Morrison. Tangle of legs allowing Edmonds to skip away from Jack Lane in towards the back post, and Nuneaton have their equaliser. It's Taylor Allen at the back post who's prodded it past Tony Breeden. Well, it was fantastic work by Ryan Edmonds down that right hand side. Great perseverance from the winger, and he's been a threat to that Leamington back line all game. It was a sweet ball across, just teasing the Leamington back line, and there was Taylor Allen at the back post on hand to just prod past Tony Breeden. And we're all square here at St Andrews. Now we do have a game on our hands in the Birmingham Senior Cup final. It's Leamington 1, Nuneaton Borough 1. Do Leamington have a response? Bishop heads inside. Here's Taylor. Back to go inside the penalty area. Colby Bishop trying to fashion a cross. Does so. Is it in? It is! It's Ahmed Obeng who immediately restores the breaks lead. Not even a minute after Nuneaton have fashioned an equaliser. Leamington go down the other end and squeeze it in to edge ahead once more in the Birmingham Senior Cup final. It wasn't pretty, but Paul Holleran won't care. Colby Bishop inside the penalty area on the right hand side just fizzed the ball across. It was begging for a touch, and Ahmed Obeng provided it, just letting it ricochet off him, and it squeezed past Cameron Belford and the Nuneaton defender on the line, and the Leamington lead is restored as they lead by 2-1 in the Birmingham Senior Cup final. What drama we have here. Barlow heads on. It's to see Jamie Hood. Here's Baxendale. Allen inside his right foot. Taylor Allen looked to be a ricochet off a hand there. Nothing given. The referee unmoved. And if you thought the cup final was lacklustre in the first half, boy have we got our money's worth in the second. End-to-end stuff here at St Andrews. 3 quick-fire goals at the start of this second half, where the Birmingham Senior Cup final has very much come to life. Here's Clark. Obeng offloads to Bishop. This is promising for Leamington, looking for a third. Still going Bishop on his right foot. Sets Reece Flanagan. Bishop on his right foot. Colby Bishop. Oh, that is spectacular. That is unbelievable from Colby Bishop. What a goal. A sensational striker with a sensational strike to give Leamington a 3-1 lead in the Birmingham Senior Cup final in a second half where the final has just sprung into life. And Colby Bishop single-handedly lights up St Andrews with a strike straight out of the top drawer. His 29th of the season, Colby Bishop, with a strike of absolute class. It's Leamington 3, Nuneaton Borough 1. Edmonds. Here's Taylor Allen. Dispossessed by Junior English. Here's Clark. Threads the ball through to Taylor. Ahmed Obeng is the man over. It's threaded through to Ahmed Obeng. Leamington looking for a fourth. It's Obeng through on goal. Ahmed Obeng makes it 4 for Leamington. The brakes at full throttle, running riot at St Andrews. And it's Ahmed Obeng with his second of the game who makes his way into the stands. An absolutely delicious finish from Ahmed Obeng. Had so much time to place it into that bottom left-hand corner. And Leamington very much running away with this cup final now. It's Leamington 4, Nuneaton Borough 1. And it's Ahmed Obeng with a piece of absolute precision. And the Leamington fans in that far stand are in absolute bedlam. Leamington leading the cup final by 4-1. Joe Clark caught in the midfield. Here's Nuneaton into the penalty area, and it's deflected wide. Jamie Hood with a fantastic block against Josh Ladstrom, breaking through the Leamington defence. Jamie Hood putting his body on the line there. Will be a corner to Nuneaton. Edmonds into the front post, easily headed out by James Bowen. Only comes as far as Ladstrom. Struck it well over the bar. Didn't quite come down in time for him. Long throw into the penalty area, might come here. Baxendale with a improvised effort. Not much backlift, but managed to have Tony Breen scrambling for his crossbar. Hogarth. Caught in midfield there, Ludstrom. Could there be more for Leamington? Here's Bishop then on his hat-trick. Might break for Carson. He's in an offside position, is Connor Carson. And the referee brings the match to a close. And it's Leamington who win the Birmingham Senior Cup 2019. 4 goals in a much improved end-to-end second half means that Leamington win the trophy for the second time in the space of 3 years. Braces from Ahmed Obeng and their star man Bishop gives Leamington the trophy in the second half. 4 quick-fire goals in the second half means that Leamington will lift the cup for the second time in 3 years.
Could I please have everyone's attention for the presentation? The presentation begins with the volunteer award, which has been chosen by each club. Nuneaton Borough Supporters Cooperative, with Gordon Chetwood collecting the award on his behalf.
As the presentation begins, as Nuneaton Borough presenting the award to one of their own voluntary staff. Such a vital part of the game, volunteers in this low division. Continuously overlooked, but it's occasions like these that make it all worth it for us volunteers here.
And for Leamington, the volunteer award goes to Sally Ellis. Sally is the programme editor for Leamington and she's been doing this for 7 to 8 years. Congratulations to Sally.
And Sally Ellis, Leamington's own programme editor and photographer, receives the volunteer award from her club. Truly, truly a hero to the club. Does so much behind the scenes, does Sally.
Tonight's player of the match award goes to the Leamington number 9.
And Colby Bishop, Leamington's star man, top goal scorer, 29 goals in all competitions. A superstar for Leamington throughout the season. Only came back in October against Darlington and still registered 29 goals in all competitions. Colby Bishop, what a season he's had, and he wins the Man of the Match award.
Please put your hands together for tonight's match officials. Fourth official, Richard Watkins. 2 assistant referees, Joshua Hackett, Darren Lasker, and tonight's referee, Robbie Dagley. Now please put your hands together for tonight's finalists, Nuneaton Borough.
And as is sportsmanlike, Nuneaton Borough will receive their runners-up medals. Put in a very, very worthy performance did Nuneaton Borough. Gave Leamington quite the scale with the equaliser straight after Colby Bishop's opener. Taylor Aaron at the back post just prodding home a teasing cross. But Leamington soon found their stride once again and were well out of sight within 20 minutes. But now for the main event. Why we're all here, as the cup will be handed to the captain. As they receive their medals, Leamington FC. Fantastic performance by them tonight. 4-1 winners on one of the grandest stages that Birmingham has to offer, St Andrews Stadium. Been a fantastic season, and I'm sure this rounds off. As the trophy will be handed to the captain. Mr. Leamington FC, he encapsulates everything that this football club is about. And Tony Breeden lifts the Birmingham Senior Cup for Leamington. Their second in the space of 3 years. Much to the delight of those travelling break supporters. They fully deserved it this season of Leamington. Fully deserved to round off their season with a bit of silverware, as they have done right here. Very convincing from Leamington tonight. 4-1 victors. Fully deserve their trophy. And the players, the staff, the volunteers, the backroom staff fully deserve this moment in front of their supporters. They've worked very hard this season, and as have the Breaks faithful, who have stuck right by them through it all. As Ahmed Obeng lifts the Birmingham Senior Cup himself. Back to brace tonight, Ahmed Obeng. 2 fantastically taken goals. The first more lucky than the second, has to be said. And now the players will take turns in raising the trophy in front of those travelling supporters. A fantastic way to round off a fantastic evening for Leamington as Paul Holleran lifts the Birmingham Senior Cup. What a job he's done this season. And it's finished here as Leamington lift the Birmingham Senior Cup. Leamington 4, Nuneaton Borough 1.
So Ahmed, that's 2 Birmingham Senior Cup finals for yourself, and that's 2 wins. This is starting to become a bit of a habit for yourself.
You know me, yeah. I just love the atmosphere. Fans are great support. It's just a lovely club to be at, and just enjoy the occasion. That's what I do, yeah.
Obviously, when it came to your 2 finishes, how important was that second goal? Bearing in mind you just drew.
Yeah, it was drawing. So I mean, when I got the ball, all I was thinking was just to come back inside and hit it on target, and whatever happens. So yeah, and it was just winning. So I was just over the moon.
And then do you want to just talk us through your celebration? Was it worth the yellow card?
I think it was, yeah. Oh, listen, yeah, I think it was worth it, yeah. My friends, my family, they've come to watch me. So after I scored that goal, I thought, you know what, great finish. Let me just go and enjoy it with them. And that's all football is about for me, really, just enjoying it with my family and friends.
Well, Colin, what a season you've had so far for Leamington this year. Come back from injury and to score 29 goals in the time you have. What's your thoughts on that?
I'm obviously buzzing. Obviously, it's a great return after coming after an injury, a big injury like that. But I knew that I could make an impact because I worked hard, and I'm just buzzing that it came off.
Obviously, you're finishing today. Is that the best score you think you've scored all season, or have you scored better?
This season, yeah, definitely. I think the one at Tamworth last year was close to that, but I'd probably say that's the best for Leamington, yeah.
So, Paul, first of all, congratulations. What a great game that was to watch for you and as well as the fans.
Yeah, it was. Well, you know, I wasn't quite enjoying probably the second half of the first half. It's not spoke to the players that we're all, because we're local Warwickshire rivals. You know, we all read about Nuneaton's troubles and all the problems they've had, but there's not many teams this year that have. They're not a side that concede 5, 6, 7, 8 goals. They've been in all the games they've been in. They've come to a couple of shock results. So I know they'll be rigid and dogged. It was a stronger side than what we played a few weeks ago. It was a much better performance from them, and they caused us a lot of problems tonight. And it was only second half when we really stepped up and moved the ball quicker, and started playing to our strengths that we sort of you could tell the difference between the sides.
Like you said, 4-1's probably not a fair result to this Nuneaton side. They did look a lot better. They were more sharp on the ball and put in a few good crosses in the first half. Yeah,
they caused us a few problems, but like you say, I was pleased the way we responded, and I thought we looked a bit like ourselves second half. And like you say, it's been a good open game. Probably a bit too open. It was just what probably people wanted, and but some great goals. Colby's 2 goals, Ahmed's, really fantastic. So good night for us.
So obviously it was great to see how many Leamington fans made the trip here today and to watch Leamington. It looked like a home game for us.
It was great, yeah, the atmosphere was fantastic. And it's like everybody, isn't it? It's players, supporters, everyone wants finals, come to a great stadium like this. And winning's a key thing. And, listen, it's the higher you're going up the pyramid, it's difficult to win trophies. This is realistically a trophy that we can win, but we're probably about the 10th seed. And we've had to dig deep. We've had to go to Sutton and away, and we beat a spirited Lye side. We've come back from behind against West Brom, back from behind against Aston Villa, and we've put. And I thought it was a really good second half tonight. It was a really good final, and delighted for some of the young boys in the side. And you can never underestimate how important winning trophies is.